Robin, you sounded a little panicked on the phone. How can I help?
I'm so worried. I've just been promoted, so now I'm over sales through US and Canada.
Okay.
It's really great, but how am I going to do this? How am I going to get on an airplane with needles and drugs in my bag? They're never going to let me through airport security. And if I do get on the plane, how am I going to self-inject? I can't do it with the person sitting next to me watching me. I'm going to have to go through those tiny little airplane bathrooms. What about when I'm flying through different time zones? How will I know when to inject myself? This is a nightmare. I don't know what I'm going to do. I should have turned the job down.
Well, first, I'm glad you didn't turn it down. We're going to help you be successful. Deep breath. What you need is a plan. First, how often are you going to travel?
2 or 3 times a month.
Okay, so you're going to become one of the frequent flyer club. That means your first step is learning how to get through security. So let me kind of run through the steps. The first thing is that you're going to need to get to the airport 2 or 3 hours in advance. No rushing in at the last minute. The second thing is you're going to need a letter from your healthcare professional that says what your concern is and that you are authorized to be traveling with medication and syringes and those kinds of things. You can get that from the clinic. The third thing will be that all of your medical equipment and medicine needs to be in a clear Ziploc bag. Okay. Don't put it in your luggage in the hold. Carry it on the plane with you and make sure that you have everything you need to keep the medicine cool or whatever it requires. And then I did a little checking. I heard that you were flying, and TSA has a special helpline. I've written that down for you. I will give that to you. And they have a mobile app, so I've got a handout on that so that you can check on any new requirements before you travel. The biggest thing about traveling successfully is pre-planning. How does that sound so far?
Okay. I think I could get a letter from the clinic.
Yes, I know you can, but don't try to get it the same day. Give them a week or a few days at least so that they can get that taken care of for you properly. And then you mentioned a little bit of concern about how and where you would inject. You're going to need to wash your hands and have a place that's private. So probably the bathroom is the best place. And just remember, you can close the door, take a deep breath. You can lay out your things on a clean surface, and if you need to, you have a place to sit, so you can give yourself your injection in comfort, and then just head back to your seat. What do you think?
I'll give it a try.
That's all I can ask. The one thing that I didn't cover yet that you did ask about was time zones. Mm-hmm. And on time zones, best plan for that is to talk with your healthcare provider before you go and kind of walk through where you're going, what the travel time zones will be, and then look at that in relationship, for example, to meals or other kinds of things that you're going to be facing. Okay. Usually the word of advice is to stay pretty close to your normal schedule and then adapt to the new time zone when you get there. Okay?
Okay.
You can do this.
I think I can do this. Thanks.
Yeah, you're very welcome. I think just a last little word of advice is to remember that planning is the most important thing. And with good planning and good preparation, you're going to be able to do this without a problem. Your next flight is when, or your first flight?
Next week.
Okay, then here is a little tip sheet for you. I've added the phone numbers that you're going to need and the mobile app. And then after you do your trip, call me and let me know how it went. And if we need to do some adjusting or if there's something that came up that you couldn't handle, we'll address it when you get back.
Thanks. I really appreciate it.
You're going to be fine.